Welcome to the Poundcast.
We got some dates that are happening either, if you're listening to this on Patreon, they're happening tomorrow, starting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
What are those dates?
January 20th. Do you know what? I always forget these, but it's
Appleton, Wisconsin. It's Skyline Comedy Club.
That's right. Thursday, January 20th at the Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton, Wisconsin. January 21st, 2 shows at the Hideout in Chicago. Those are going to be banging.
That's this
All
Friday.
These shows are going to be banging.
This Friday.
That's this Friday. And if this is the regular show, it's tonight. Get to Chicago now.
If you're listening to this on Friday, it's tonight. You better get over there now and have listened to this in the morning.
You got to be vaxxed or have a negative test result, okay? And Saturday in Louisville at Zanzibar. So we'll see you there. Come on out. And yeah, so there's that. Speaking of Louisville.
You have no excuse.
Speaking of that, our sponsor today, as always, our favorite jerky in the world, LouisvilleVeganFoods.com makes Louisville vegan jerky. And if you come to the Louisville show, there's going to be free bag of jerky for everyone who shows up, by the way. And if you want to support the Poundcast and get some delicious jerky, you can go to LouisvilleVeganFoods.com or LVJco.com. They both go to the same place.
Or PX202AZ.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that.
65. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm on the website now. They have limited edition sesame gochujang, which I probably never pronounced that right. That's a Korean kind of flavor.
That's a Korean flavor.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. And anyway, if you use the code word Poundcast at LouisvilleVeganFoods.com, you get 20% off your entire order. You can also buy this wonderful product at Whole Foods, and I've seen it at Sprouts. I've seen it at wonderful outlets.
I've seen it in small places like ice cream shops. I've seen it
I've seen it at like coffee shops and stuff too that have like little goods.
That's right.
But it's great stuff. It's a great way to support the show. Another great way to support the show is...
that stuff is bagged in the United States, and it's got a shelf life of 9 months.
That's right. But they know that.
You know that.
Another way to support the show is sign up to our Patreon, patreon.com/poundcast. And if you do that, you get to listen to the bonus extended episodes that are called Poundcast After Dark.
Oh, you'll laugh and you'll love.
You'll laugh and you'll love. Today, we are getting back into solving problems, which is what I find... which is fun for me, fun for us. That's why we keep doing it. But,
and we don't just do that too. We talk about some other stuff too.
Yeah, we're going to start it off with some stuff that's been on our minds. We're talking about Matrix, and we're going to dial the operator, and we're going to talk about gross.
Yeah, we'll talk about.
There's a little hint.
Yeah, there's a little preview of what's to come.
Preview of what's to come.
We're also on YouTube if you want to watch the episodes.
YouTube.com/thepoundcast.
That's right.
And
we have
we are the Poundcast on Instagram
and Twitter.
I think that's about it.
And that's about it. I think.
That's about it.
I can't think of anything else, but that's about it. So. Yeah, I think we should just roll the theme song clip and be on our way, right?
It's the original theme song. There's no remix this week. But if you're a Patreon member, you get the stems to it if you want to remix it, which we've had many wonderful remixes. But not this week. We're going to go back to the classic. Not even the classic, the new classic.
The new classic.
Version 2.
Let's roll the clip.
Roll the clip. Nah, that was tight.
Doug and Brent talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends. And Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast.
We are here at All Things Comedy, at the All Things Comedy studio, talking about things that annoy us, Brent.
Well, or
We're going to solve people's problems.
Or solving people's problems. And also, even there's some things on the agenda to talk about that are not even about things that are problems.
Yeah. This some stuff that we want to start off with talking about.
Yeah.
And you had some things written down here in the notes.
I had a thought recently.
Let's go to it.
Have you seen the new Matrix movie?
No.
Oh, you say that like you would.
Kidding me?
You would never watch the new Matrix?
You know what? I think I walked out of Matrix 2. Like, there's a few films that I walked out of in my life, and I think that might have been one. Where I was like, during that rave scene, I'm like, why am I watching this? I'm out. I'm out.
You saw the Matrix.
I'm out.
All of a sudden, you saw the Matrix, and you realized,
yeah.
oh, this movie's not for me.
Right. It's like I got Matrix pilled, and I was like, I'm done.
Right. And then you walked out in a slow motion kind of way.
Uh-huh.
And, you kind of walk through the...
I was like walking through the aisle like this. Like,
you were walking through the aisle.
People had their popcorn, and I was like...
Popcorn is kind of flying past you.
I was like going right under it like this. That's exactly how it went down.
So something that... this is in the Matrix Part 1. You like the Matrix 1, I take it?
I feel like back when it was out, I kind of saw it, and I kind of saw it and was like, whatever, like... I was not a Matrix head. I didn't care. I was more like watching it. When it came out, everyone thought it was cool because of the bullet time, and like the effects were like this new generation of a new style of like stopping the time and
360.
That 360 thing. It was more about that. Like that looks cool, but I was like, whatever. I don't care.
Well,
no, basically no. I'm not a Matrix fan.
Okay,
not at all.
Something you might have noticed.
They got those dumb glasses on, and then those guys show up, and then that one dude's like. He's got his cool glasses on, and everyone's cool, and then the girl's got the leather jacket
That's
on.
where I'm getting at.
I'm out.
Okay, but that's where I'm getting at.
This sucks.
So in the Matrix movie, all the Matrix movies in Part 1, but it really was very apparent, and I almost think they were maybe making fun of it in Part 4, this new one. I watched it.
Really?
Is that whenever somebody has left the Matrix and then kind of goes back into the Matrix, they make them look cool, really cool.
All of a sudden they're cool.
All of a sudden, yeah, it's so funny because in this new Matrix movie, they're in the non-Matrix world, this kind of grim, whatever, this wasteland kind of area, and there's this guard guy who just looks like a kind of a normal-looking guy. I think his name is what's his name? He had a name like Stryker or something like that. But anyway, he just was. I don't know, some kind of guard, and he looked really ordinary, right? Kind of a basic-looking outfit and stuff. And then that guy ends up going with the team into the Matrix later in the movie, and they show this shot of him, and his hair is all looking kind of spiky, and he's wearing those little those little circle glasses, the little
yeah. And all of a sudden he's got those on too.
He's got those on, and he's wearing this cool outfit or whatever, and it just was hilarious to me that this guy's cool now because he's going into the Matrix as a team. And I had this thought: what would it look like if you and I went into the Matrix?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Would we? What would it look like if we looked cool?
Do we still kind of look like ourselves, but just more like elevated version?
You're styled in a quote cool way. So you're wearing some like a trench coat or something, and you're wearing those little glasses. I mean, I'm just. Here's why I bring this up.
Let's mock that up.
I said that's what I brought this up is what would it look like? Let's brainstorm what it would look like. What would our outfits look like if it was the cool version of us? The quote cool version of us. I mean, look, I think we're cool as is right now.
Okay, I know. I'll do you. Okay.
Yeah, please.
So you usually have like a signature kind of like preppy kind of jacket on. You'll have that, but it'll be black leather, right? Then the inside, it's got the what do you call that? Like a
lining.
A tartan.
Oh.
You see the tartan interior?
You mean a plaid lining?
Plaid tartan, yeah. The plaid, it'll be plaid.
The wool.
I'm talking about the design of it.
You got it.
The plaid. Mm-hmm. It'll be plaid, but it'll be like barcodes or something too, and more like black and white, but it'll still kind of look like tartan or plaid. Okay. And then like the button-down shirt, the buttons there'll be invisible buttons where they're kind of like, a modern one where the buttons like behind the thing, and it's just be like clean and pressed and black. But then that'll have like some gray plaids coming across too. And then for your shoes though, you wear your classic Reeboks. They'll be like futuristic, like Elon Musk version of those, but they still look the same. They're the white shape, but then they're more kind of like angled off. You know what I mean? They're like they're like video game looking versions of that.
They're kind of pointed at the end.
Not really pointed, but there's some angles. Like where the angles are sharp edges.
Okay.
So sharp edge, something like Kanye would wear or something. You know, like if he redid those Reeboks, it would be that. And then the jeans will be, shoot, I don't know. Maybe they're just, they'll have those dumb, like, you know what? You ever see those jeans that like rich guys wear, like on the knee pads? It's like, there's like these knee pad, these like little,
there's this
tight like stitching there.
Yeah,
you know,
it's this extra patch
this
of
extra like knee
material.
pad. Yeah, it'd be those. You'll have those going on, but it'll still be like the same kind of classic jeans. You'll just have some touches like that. And those little touches will be like white, you know, like white knee pads on them. You'll look like Will.i.am or something. You know, Will.i.am looks like he's in the future.
Okay, got it.
He's got a mask. You ever see he invented a mask for like the COVID era. He's got his own Will.i.am mask, and it has like earbuds built into it and stuff, but it looks like super futuristic. It's just like takes over your
What's
whole
going
face.
on with my hairstyle and if I'm wearing anything on my face?
Oh, well, you got the little glasses on. You got the little bitty glasses. Okay. Right? Right? You're doing those little bitty glasses.
Does that work for me?
And
Okay.
maybe you're doing
What color are the
your
glasses?
hair is dyed black.
Oh, really? Just full black. Okay.
Or maybe full gray.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you're like a wise Matrix elder.
Does
you know?
the hair kind of go further, it's longer in a way? It's straighter and longer?
I'm kind of thinking faux hawk.
It's funny because I was going to say faux hawk for you.
Okay, I'll take the faux hawk. Maybe you just
no,
get,
it's okay. I'll
maybe
give
you get some nice bangs or something.
I'll
like,
give you something else.
You know, maybe you get an undercut.
Let me start top to bottom with you.
All right, let's go.
Your hair is blonde and normally blonde, right?
Yeah.
But in the Matrix, your hair becomes platinum blonde.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like white basically.
I like
And I was thinking to myself that you would. Okay, I was thinking faux hawk at first too, but now I'm thinking
You got to give me like
it's like flock of seagulls poofiness.
flock of seagulls.
You're a flock of seagull,
Yes.
basically. You
So
know,
it's like-
but it's platinum blonde flock of seagull. Okay,
dude, I'm down.
you move a little further down. You've got those glasses.
I got the
You
little
got the-
bitty glasses on. Of course, I got the little bitty glasses.
You got the little. But you know what though? I'm gonna give you some because you normally wear glasses. These glasses are even smaller than the glasses that you normally see in the Matrix. They're really tiny little glasses that, they're tiny little things,
It's
and
like
they're
the
red.
size of the cornea.
Yeah,
It's
they're little
this
red.
Big. It's
They're
like the size
tiny
of
little
a
red
marble.
But no, they hang on the nose though. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're just imagine little lenses, and they're red. Little red lenses on your nose. In fact, actually, there's no ear. What do you call that? An ear. What is the thing that hangs on your ear?
Right, like the arm.
Whatever that is of the glasses.
Yeah.
You don't even have that. It's two lenses that are connected to each other. They rest on your nose. Okay.
Like Benjamin Franklin or something.
Something like that.
Well, maybe yours come
But they're
down.
tiny.
Have you ever seen those ones that come down like this?
Oh no.
They have glasses that come down, like I think bald guys would wear them. They come down across. Maybe yours are like that, or maybe yours even come up from below.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It's like a turtleneck, but it's like part of the glasses is here, and then these arms come up to hold the little bitty things there. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Let's design that.
So they come up like straps.
Imagine like a thick necklace that's just rigid, more of like a ring, almost like a collar.
Yeah.
But that holds these two arms that come up.
It's almost like
It's like this,
a
like-
garter. It's almost like a garter for your. It's a neck garter for
Imagine
your.
like it's,
No,
it
it's
comes up like that,
Yeah.
but it's this one lens.
right. It's almost like a garter
like
for
this, coming
glasses.
down. Yeah, it comes up. A garter.
Garter for glasses.
Glass garter.
Glass garter.
Glasses garter.
It's like imagine. Oh, this guy would look like he's in the Matrix. Remember that guy we saw on Amazon who was wearing the shirt garter thing? Remember he was all fully tight and strapped in with his shirt. You know, where his shirt was all tight on his body and stuff.
He was
That
tight.
guy almost looks like some sort of Matrix type thing. You know what I mean? The way he's all tight. You know, his body's all tight.
Wait,
with
keep going. Finish me off.
Oh, yeah. I was so anyway. All right. You know how you have scruff on your face?
Yeah.
Well, you have that,
dyed
but
black.
it's no, it's dyed platinum. It's,
How sick would it be if it was dyed black?
But what if it's
like
platinum?
Platinum hair and then black beard.
I guess that could work. Sure.
You could dye platinum if that's gonna.
Well,
see,
just-
I have scruff, but you can't really see it.
But
That's the thing,
imagine if
like
it's-
flesh color.
It's platinum and it's got. I mean, it's there's some kind of glow in the dark material to it or something like that. It glows.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
It glows.
Okay.
And it's not. The scruff is really groomed. I mean, hardcore. It's there's zigzag zigzag designs going on in the scruff. You know, it's not even. I wouldn't call it scruff even. It's just a beard, but it's a kind of tight beard with kind of zigzag designs and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move down a little bit.
Keep going down.
You know, you wear a lot of t-shirts and sweatshirts. You know, it's mesh. It's a mesh sweatshirt. Okay,
It's like this,
It's
but
like that, but
mesh,
it's a mesh.
long sleeve
It's
mesh.
long sleeve mesh. Yeah.
Okay.
You've got platinum chest hair under there.
Okay.
You know?
Which it kind of is.
Oh, is it platinum? You got platinum in there? Oh, it's kind of gray.
It's kind of gray, so it's kind of.
I know,
platinum.
but I'm not talking gray or
Talking
white.
platinum.
I'm talking platinum.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'm into it.
And so down below, you're going to be wearing, you know, the same kind of pants you're wearing, but you know they're leather, of course. You know, just leather black pants. You know,
Leather like skate pants.
yeah, leather skate pants. And then
Can they be stretchy and have some like little slots where if I'm on the move and kicking stuff, they're not gonna be tight. You know.
no, they're gonna be loose. Yeah, well,
Okay.
actually, they're so loose it looks like this. You ever seen those pants that have the crotch or I don't know if instead of a fly, there's a kind of a fly on the back, and they're kind of laced. They're this sort of. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like this laced up kind of thing.
Like
I
cowboy
think
kind of thing.
girls kind of wear this sometimes. You know.
Can I go Aladdin and go drop crotch?
Oh, you want that? But it's leather.
Yes.
It's a leather genie pants.
Yeah. Leather drop crotch.
Okay, fine. You can have leather genie pants. That's fine. But check this out. Still, the back fly. There's a back fly basically.
back fly.
And it's a lace up kind of thing. If that makes it's a cross stitch
And only you get
lace up
access
kind
to
of
it.
thing. Does that make sense? What?
Only you get access to that.
Well, it's undone already. It's just the style is that the lace is undone.
Oh,
kinda.
really? That's the
so
style?
it's kind of opened up a little bit, but you don't see anything. You know, maybe just the hint of a butt crack, maybe. But anyway, but it looks stylish and quote cool. Anyway, as for your shoes, well, I think it's probably going to be transparent kind of skater shoes, I guess, or something like that. How about their metal skater shoes?
Can they be some kind of like futuristic version of Vans? You know,
Yeah, they're Vans metal.
Vans metal.
Vans metal, yeah.
Yeah, they're like they have metal plates, maybe sort of protective plates, but they're leather, slick leather. But all the leather is like fake, you know, like
It's pleather.
like latex kind of thing.
It's vinyl.
Yeah, there we go. I'm into that.
Anyway, I just thought you could look really cool if you went to the Matrix.
I forgot what I was just gonna look up here, but
But here's the other thought, real quick. Are there any app designers that listen to the show? And if so, contact us, because I thought a cool face, a face app type thing
Right.
could be.
What do I
to
look like in the Matrix?
Yeah, exactly. What do you matrixify somebody? That would be a great app
Yeah.
to make somebody look. What would the cool version of them be? And a filter that adds
adds the
the
little glasses,
it adds
the
the
platinum
glasses,
hair,
it adds
like,
the whatever funky, cool hairstyle you do. Let's make this app.
let's make that happen. Make it happen.
You know what? By the way, I want to put this out there too. I have an idea for a video game, and I don't even want to talk about what the game is because I don't want to give it away. Are there any game designers that could work with me on this? Let me know.
Let's get that
Contact
going.
me.
Brent's got some big things in the works. I just thought about this today. I was talking to my friend about how like you have a home phone, you know, like a landline.
Absolutely.
When I was growing up, you'd be able to dial 0 and just call the operator.
Yeah.
Just about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Can you still do that?
Yeah. Well, but it goes to a recording first. But
I want to listen to it. I just thought we could call the operator now and see what happens.
You can get to it. Yeah. It's not. It brings you to.
Wait.
If you have AT&T, it'll bring you
For
to.
assistance, message PX2.
Wait a second. What do you say?
Attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable. Please contact customer care for assistance. Message PX202AZ65.
What? Why did he have to do that? Message PZX2
PX2.
PX2 AZ65. What?
65.
What does that mean? What do I write that down? And
Message PX2.
Yeah, I got PX2
65.
Who do I call to say I got message PX2 6865?
Well, you know what's weird is that he didn't say
look that up, and it's like then you find out some secret stuff.
Oh, let's do that. Wait, get it back up.
Remember
Let's
the
look at
number,
it.
and I'll.
I will.
Google it.
I'm good at memorization. Here we go.
This goes right. It goes so quick. I have to get this. Come on, man.
You are attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable. Please contact customer care for assistance. Message PX202AZ65.
I got it. It's
I wrote it down.
PX2. Let me see if I can memorize this. PX202AZ65.
I got it.
You know
That's
what's
it.
weird is why does he say 65 instead of saying 65? You know what I mean?
Because he's cool.
That's just
he's
interesting.
Heading into the Matrix right when he was doing that.
That's just interesting to me that it's an pre-recorded. I mean, it's a recorded voice, and the numbers are obviously recorded because the 2 sounds the same. So why does he go
Weird.
65?
The top thing is support for Zoom.
Really?
Nothing's coming up. There's 2 results on Google for PX202AZ65.
Yeah.
2 results on Google. This is some top secret code.
Did you put it in quotes?
Then it'll be even less. Googling
It'd be cool if it.
Nothing.
You know what would be cool?
0 results, Brent.
You know what would have been cool? Is if
Dude,
you.
this is like Goonies. We're finding out something. We got to get to the bottom of it.
It is interesting to me that there's no trace of that code that they just gave us.
Why did he say that? It's like one of those
It's not a real
Cold
code.
War like numbers tapes.
It's not a real code.
What if he's like, what if I just say some random numbers and freak people out? Message PX202AZ65. Why is he saying that? Maybe like whoever put that message in, they're dragging it and dropping it. Like, okay, if people call 0, oh, that one's under P026.
Wait, what?
Like, I don't know. Maybe that's the code for his recording of that message. I'm getting very meta here.
Well,
It's
no,
hard
but
to
the thing
understand.
is that seemed like it was a pre-planned code. It didn't seem like it because you called it twice and you got the same code.
Yeah, it was the same. It's the same thing.
Okay, think about this. What?
I wonder if we called it. What if it's my carrier? I wonder if we called it with like AT&T or T-Mobile or something.
Use their Google Voice on your computer.
I don't know if that's still going.
Oh, really? Well, I was thinking, think about things where we could enter that code. You know what I mean? What could that also be? You know what I mean? Could that be a tracking number? Could it be, where could we enter that code? So that's something to think
Well,
about.
that's something we'll get back into. Let's get into it next week.
What if it led to a secret treasure? Or
I know.
what
I'm
if
thinking there's got to be some secret treasure. Let's get to the bottom of that. This isn't one of those podcasts, like those podcasts that are like, those podcasts. There was one that got canceled because the work, where they like track stuff down. They go across the world, and they're like, there's this one where they. Aaron, do you know what I'm talking about? Where there's a guy getting scammed, and then he found the guy in India.
Reply all.
Reply all. Reply all. That's something they would do. That's not what we do.
I know, but we could do that.
Let's start getting into that.
I love that episode.
Yeah,
it's
that's
called
cool.
Long Distance is the episode.
Yeah, that's
It's great. There's a follow-up to it recently, too, by the way. That's interesting. That's a two-parter, Long Distance.
you know, Vic Berger was trying to get hacked by these Turkish hackers,
Yeah.
and he was just like saying "F you, screw you." They were like chatting with him, you know. And then then he calmed down. He's like, you know what? Maybe these are just people, and he started talking to him, and he befriended this guy, and now he's got the guy designing his website.
Really?
He's just some kid in like Turkey trying to make a buck.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
So
interesting.
he's like, you know what? I'll hire you.
That's interesting that he became friends with him.
He had a change of heart, and for the holiday season, he did that. Isn't it kind of cool?
That's interesting.
All right, let's get into it. Well, you know what? We called the operator. Yeah, that's
Oh, your
it.
Google Voice
Unless
doesn't
you want
work.
to talk about gross.
Gross? Gross is part of the topic of things that are maybe kind of, I don't know, annoying or something.
The word gross?
Well, the word gross, specifically in the context of somebody describing scandalous behavior. So, gross, when it means something that's physically disgusting, you know, like poo or something or whatever, or something that smells bad or whatever, that's kind of the more traditional.
That's gross.
That's gross, right?
Right.
But then sometimes people will describe somebody's immoral act or some kind of scandal or something like that as gross, you know? Oh, yeah, he was
being gross.
or or just
I don't have a problem with
Oh yeah,
that
he
yet,
was.
But
Well, he
I'm
actually
hearing
was.
you out.
He was saying. Here's what I'm. This is the issue I have with it, is that I feel like it's way over. It's a trendy thing now to say, oh yeah, he was trying to save money on, or he wasn't paying the comedian. I don't know. Like, yeah, the guy running the show was actually making all this money, and he wasn't paying the comedians. And I just thought that was just really gross, you know, that he just wasn't paying the comedians, you know, or something like that.
What would you
know
say?
What?
What would you say?
Oh, you could say, oh, that's scandalous or something like that. Or that's really wrong. But people they say gross, and they've been saying this for a while to describe scandalous behavior. And it's become really trendy, and people overuse gross now all the time to describe all these things that, you know, it's not the traditional way of saying gross, or it's, at least in my mind, you know, to mean something that's, you know, disgusting in a physical or kind of way or whatever, you know what I mean? Or
Well, let's fix it.
so how do you fix it? How do you make people stop saying gross so much in this kind of trendy kind of way? Because
Typically gross is something that's sort of stomach churning.
yeah,
Right? Makes you
yeah,
nauseous.
it makes you sick. Yeah, it makes you
so
sick.
you got to get sick whenever they say gross. Like, oh, you know, he's only paying the performers $5. That's gross. You're like, oh my God, and you puke on that person.
Gag.
You said, yeah, you gag, but you learn how to puke on command.
Okay, yeah.
And you load up on extra food.
This is a good idea.
Like,
This is a good idea. This
Before
is a
you
good
go
idea.
out and you know you're going to be
like
in a
this.
situation like that,
Yeah.
you load up on extra
yeah.
soup. You know,
This is
have
good.
one extra can of soup just to
idea.
get some barf going.
Yeah.
And then when they say something's gross,
Eat some corn too. Make sure
some
you
corn.
eat a lot of corn.
corn, don't chew everything up so good. You want that full
It's funny because
kernels.
what we're describing is gross now. But go on, yeah. No, but go
Exactly,
on. Go on. And then
exactly.
You carry on, and then
Then when they
say
use
it.
gross incorrectly, you get nauseous and you're like, gross.
yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah.
It's gross.
And then he said,
you barf and you spray the barf on them.
spray them.
You spray them.
And they say, why'd you
Projectile
do that?
barf.
I said, well, you said it was gross.
Well, you said it was gross, so I got grossed out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. and then they'll know what gross really means.
yes. Then they'll be like,
You say,
huh,
well,
I'm not going to say gross again
you
when
said-
I'm
yeah.
talking about something that's inconsiderate
Yeah.
or something that is
So-
unfair
or something immoral or
right,
whatever.
yeah.
They'll say, because you said it was gross, so it grossed me. I
got grossed out.
I got grossed out because you
got
said it was
grossed
gross. And guess what?
And guess what?
Now you know what gross really means, don't you? You're right.
Don't you?
Yeah, that's a good solution. I like that. Just you got to be filled up with some nasty stuff. You know, you got to eat some shrimp pizza in the morning.
Have a little shrimp pizza.
Some
sounds
leftover
so
shrimp
good.
pizza in the morning.
So gross.
Speaking
Is there
of gross,
such a thing?
that's gross to
Shrimp
me.
pizza?
No, I made
They
it up.
make
I was
it?
trying to think of something gross.
One time I was hanging out with, I think it was Eric Andre or something. We were trying to think of like gross food combinations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of hard because you could kind of think about it like there's a few, ingredients that you can kind of throw into anything. It's like, all right, that would be gross. But a lot of the ones we're coming up with were like, you know what? You got the sweet and you got the salty there. Like it's a lot of foods kind of just would work for the right person.
Yeah, could be. I just definitely, I do a lot of things that people think maybe is gross, food wise, but I think it's good. For example,
let's hear
during the holidays, I like pumpkin pie. Okay, first of all, people just even might think pumpkin pie is gross, just by itself. But you know what I did to my pumpkin pie? I added a little bit of salt to it. Okay.
You know what? Sweet and the salty.
Okay.
That's trendy.
You might be with me on that so far. I
with
also added pepper.
That's fine. I'm talking about.
I spiced it up a little bit,
That's fine. I'm talking about like.
Well, all my siblings thought that was gross that I put the salt and pepper on the pumpkin pie. They also.
I'm into that.
By the way, my number one pumpkin pie is the Ralph's brand pumpkin pie. I think it's better than Whole Foods. It's better than Sprouts.
Yeah, you know what? I love pecan pie.
See, I think that's gross.
I freaking love pecan pie.
There was pecan pie in my family too.
I'll eat that. And the thing with pecan pie, I wanted to make a homemade pecan pie, and I looked, and I kind of I bought a store-bought one, and I'm like, this is just like corn syrup. Like the middle of it is just syrup.
Gunk.
It's just gunk. So I was like, what is the original recipe? How's it supposed to be when you're making it naturally? And I looked it up. The original recipe was Caro syrup. It was invented in like the early 20th century.
The original recipe called for gunk.
It's gunk. It's Caro, Caro syrup?
3 cups gunk, 1 cup of pecans.
But look, Caro syrup. It's like an old school. It would come in like a can. Look at that, right on the carosyrup.com, right on their homepage. You got a pecan pie right there.
That's why I don't like pecan pie, by the way. It's good. It's just this gunk. I'm
not saying it's not gunk. I'm saying it sure tastes good.
It's too heavy for me, too sweet for me.
Okay, well, look, not all foods are for everybody. There's certain foods that people like that I just don't straight up like.
Like what? Pumpkin pie?
I don't like red and green peppers, just like...
Oh, bell peppers? Bell peppers?
Nah.
You don't like bell peppers?
I just don't like that.
I love bell peppers.
It's fine if it's like chopped up and it's part of a thing, it's like part of a spice. I don't mind it.
It's
asparagus I'm not crazy about.
Hold on. Let's go back to bell peppers for a second here.
Okay, how about this? Bell pepper ice cream or something? Does that sound good?
You got me thinking, though.
See? Everyone's good.
No. I mean, hold on. That might be gross, but I'm trying to think of how I could like
How
that.
about this?
Let me think
Oreos,
of how I could
but instead of the white stuff, liverwurst. Limburger cheese.
Oh, that would
Limburger
work.
Cheese.
That could work, actually.
Limburger cheese?
I mean, like a liver kind of pate type thing? Or a liver, kind of a liver paste or something that's instead of the white stuff in Oreos? That could work. That could work.
How about this? A liver smoothie.
That's just too much liver. I'll take one sip, but that's too much liver,
See, it's hard. It's a hard game. It's a harder game than you think.
You know what's gross?
But they have to be food ingredients. You can't say it's like poo sandwich or something. Like it has to be real.
Right.
You can also go the garlic route. You could say.
I don't like garlic anyway.
Right, but it's very specific to savory foods. So if you throw it in
ice cream, I had garlic ice cream before. It wasn't bad.
See, it's a hard game. It's a hard game.
Well, let's think about this. I mean, okay, shrimp.
We should get into the people what they sent in soon. But.
Sure, yeah, but shrimp.
See, I'm not into that.
I don't like it anyway either. But it just because they also look weird too. You know what I mean? They look like bugs or something.
Yeah, you got that little poo strip in there.
They look like bugs.
They are basically bugs.
Yeah, they got the poo strip too. They got
that poo strip.
They look like bugs with poo strips.
Yeah, who wants to eat that poo strip?
So I don't like shrimp. I'm not trying to eat shrimp, but you put shrimp.
Pizza?
Imagine shrimp in. I'm trying to think of an ingredient that would make it really gross. It's like it's caro syrup. It's a shrimp pie with a caro syrup. Shrimp pie.
Okay, that's gnarly.
That's got to be gross, right? For anybody, right? It's got to be gross.
How about a gelatin with, they have that probably with
chunks?
shrimp in it. Full shrimp in there.
Oh, well,
And you cut it's like Jewish, in that like.
Isn't the gefilte fish like that? I don't know. Am I saying that correctly? Gefilte fish or whatever. It's fish in a jello, isn't it?
Gefilte fish.
What is it?
Gefilte fish.
Gefilte fish.
I don't know. You're the Jewish one.
Can I? That reminds me.
Gefilte fish.
Speaking of Jewish, I gotta just share something about.
It's a stuffed fish made from poached mixture of ground deboned fish. So it's like they take fish, carp, whitefish, or pike, and they stuff it inside the intact fish skin. Yay.
Oh, I thought it was this sort of gelatized fish or something like that. All right, let me just share this. I had a dream last night, and I'll just share it real quick before we start solving people's problems, because I think it's just the Jewish thing reminded me of this. So do you watch the show Cobra Kai at all? Or
I have not seen such a show yet.
Okay, well, I'll just say this. Well, I'm not going to say anything. No, I'll just say this. I watched this.
I mean, I saw the Karate Kid back in the day.
Sure. So did I, and actually I started doing karate because of the Karate Kid. I'm a black belt, right?
Are you serious?
Yep.
You got to black?
I got to black.
It can't be that hard to be a black belt.
Well, I did karate for 10 years. I did karate for 9 or so years, and I became a black belt.
Do you still remember any of this stuff?
Yeah.
Like if you got in a fight, could you put some karate into it?
No, I'm not strong enough for that, but I remember a lot of stuff. I know how to.
Would you maybe get out of the way or something?
I can count to Korean.
Moves?
What?
You do some defensive moves?
Probably in some way, a little bit, but not really. I couldn't claim to protect you or defend myself.
I'm asking for myself.
Yeah,
so when we're on tour.
Yeah, exactly. Or defend you. or defend myself. But I know how to. I still remember how to speak or to count to Korean because of. It was a Korean martial arts that I took. It was called Tang Soo Do. But anyway, here's the dream. So I watched the 4th season of Cobra Kai, which just came out, right? And there's this character in it who's Korean, and forget that part of it. I had this dream that I was in Cobra Kai somehow, or they wrote me into it, and I brought my Tang Soo Do expertise, or whatever you want to call it, knowledge, into the show. And that show is all about, everyone wants, it's not all about this, but everyone needs to stay in their dojo or whatever, or something like that. Their dojo teacher doesn't want them to take other martial arts or whatever, right? And I don't know if this is going to come across to you or whoever, but basically, I'm trying to recount how this goes, but I was trying to say, I remember giving them a speech in my dream, and the speech I was giving the kids was, your instructor might tell you that there can't be all different kinds of martial arts. They might tell you that their way is the only way. Well, you know what I say? I say that's complete and utter complete and utter baru she'elahenu melahalom.
What the heck did you just say?
I basically was trying to say this weird way of saying the word bullshit, but
in Korean?
Well, I was saying it in a way that you would say it in Japanese, actually. Oh. And, you would say bull, you would say that, buru, and then it turned into the prayer or whatever, I don't know what it's called, but whatever you say during a Jewish holiday. Barakatol, whatever you say. Barakatol Eloi Eloheinu melech haolam. And anyway, the point is I just thought this, and in my dream I thought, I got to write this down when I wake up. I thought this was so funny that I was trying to say this word, and then I said it in this way that is actually Japanese, even though it's, and then it turned into this Hebrew thing. And I thought that was so funny. Is that coming across to anybody over here?
There's somebody out there listening that probably enjoy that, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that was so funny to me that I was trying to say, I think that's complete, but I'm here to tell you that's complete Baruch She'el Henu Malahalom. And I hit my fist on the table, and then I told the Korean guy in the show, I said, look, are your parents from Korea? He's like, you join Tengsudo. He's like, make your parents proud and join Tengsudo. Komosumira Tengsu. And that's what we would say in our karate. Or it's not even karate, but Tengsudo. Anyway, whatever. Sorry to go on that detour. I just thought it was worth mentioning. I don't know, maybe it wasn't, but I hope there was somebody out there that
if somebody out there like that.
I hope somebody out there would connected to that in some kind of way. I'm sorry.
Well, here's something from Irwin. He sent in his problem. And I'll bet a lot of the people in this audience are definitely suffering from this problem. He says, I listen to comedy podcasts with earbuds on while in public. How do I stop making myself look like a deranged fool when I'm hysterically laughing at a joke that no one can hear?
I love it. I love this problem. This
also happens when a random funny memory pops in my brain. The immediate solution is to point at someone when I'm laughing, so that looks like I'm laughing at something rather than laughing at nothing. Well, you don't want to point at someone and you don't want to make it seem like you're laughing at somebody. That's not fair to that person. By the way, your girlfriend ordering donuts voice was the best, and also one of the jokes that made me look like a deranged fool. What was that?
Well, it was this thing where I think you're in the drive-thru or something like that, and the girlfriend is. Someone wrote in and said it was annoying or whatever when your girlfriend takes too long to order, and then we weren't sure if they were talking it from the perspective of the person working at the
right.
drive-thru or the guy who's in the relationship, But I don't remember what was the girlfriend voice? What did that sound like?
I don't know.
I kind of forgot what that sounded like.
So much material. It's like, how to remember all this stuff?
Right. Well,
all right. So
okay, this is a funny problem.
How are we going to solve this Irwin's problem here?
There's a couple different options here,
What? Do you have anything
well,
coming
one that came to mind that I thought could be funny is if you just try to hold in the laughter and just make it would make you look even more crazy maybe to hold it in.
Uh-huh.
But I thought maybe that's just a way you can own it a little bit. It's just to hold it in and look even more crazy to the point where you own it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So if somebody looks at you, well, you know what it does? It actually, people aren't going to mess with you if you look even more crazy, Just take the crazy to the next level, hold it in. So look, if I'm trying to laugh and hold it in, I'm going to look like this. And then if somebody looks at you, right, you just go like this. They won't mess with you at all. You can. It's basically better than martial arts. It's self-defense.
Well, say you got the earbuds in, right? So if you start laughing, you could just be like, just let the laugh out, and say I have the earbuds in. I could just be like, oh my God, and then if people look like, that's so funny you said that because. Act like you're talking to someone. Like save it. Like that was the longest story I've ever heard. Like, because you haven't said anything. In a while.
Could say,
wow, that really long story really paid off.
Or you could even say
you heard a long story. That was really good.
Or you could even just go. All right, man. I gotta go, man. There's people looking at me on the train. Talk to you later. All right, I'll call you when I get home.
Yeah.
Like that. You even call attention to the fact that people are looking at you. Now, here's the other option, though. Somebody starts looking at you, right? Watch this. You start here. You start looking at me, right? I'm gonna go. Oh man, I'm listening to this podcast right now, and they were talking about this. They were doing this girl voice. It's really funny, man. It's
actually, give us a shout out.
You should listen to the Poundcast. It's called the Poundcast. You gotta. It's so funny, man. Do you listen to podcasts?
Oh, I haven't heard. I've heard Reply All, but That's the only one I listen to.
Oh, this one's called the Poundcast. It's got Doug Lucenhop, DJ Doug Pound, and Brent
he's
Weinbach.
great.
They're really
Those are
funny
two of my favorite
comedians.
guys.
Oh, you heard of them?
Yeah, but I didn't know they had a podcast.
Oh, you got to check it out, man. They All Things Comedy. It's on All Things Comedy, and
I'll look that up.
Yeah, what's your number? Are you single?
My number is PX202AZ65.
It's funny. I still know it. I still know it. It's PX202AZ65.
That's right. That's my number.
Oh,
Message 20 PX202AZ65.
you know the code?
Oh shit! You know the code?
You single? It'd be a great way to meet people. You just start talking about what you're laughing about.
Yeah, own it, and be like, you know what? Hey guys, I'm laughing at the Poundcast. Okay, so go listen for yourself if you want laughter too.
That's the
If
best
you don't want
solution.
laughter in your life, keep listening to your Radiohead or whatever you're listening to.
Radiohead. That's actually the number one solution is just announce why you're laughing
Spread the word.
and say that it's a even if it's actually something you're laughing at that's not the Poundcast, still plug the Poundcast instead. You go like this. This is how you do it. You go, say you're listening to I don't know, Reply All or whatever, and they did some kind of funny bit on there, you know, and you're laughing at it. The other person's looking at you, and you're going, "Oh man, no, it's just sorry. This is a podcast I'm listening to. It's really funny." But speaking of funny podcasts, you got to check out the Poundcast.
I'll pull one butt out. Be like, I'm sorry, I look like a fool right now. It's the Poundcast. Like, here, let me put on speaker.
What I'm
And it's like, hey, want my donut? Listen to that guy doing the donut voice.
What I'm saying is, even if it's not the Poundcast you're listening to, you still plug the Poundcast.
Still plug the Poundcast.
You still plug it, yeah. That's a really good solution and a good problem that you had. I like that guy. Whoever you are.
Here's another.
Irwin, yeah.
Cole has a problem here. And this is podcast related again. Volume variation between podcasts.
Oh.
One podcast will end at a nice volume, and then the next one will start, and I get straight blasted in the earbuds.
Right.
Right.
The solution is
Don't listen to podcasts.
just pick one podcast.
Just
the
listen to
Poundcast.
only the Poundcast.
Just listen
We're
to
pretty
the Poundcast.
consistent.
And then once we're done, if you're finished the catalog, you're caught up, go back to the first one. Start over.
from the top.
You'll find new things in it that you didn't notice before.
Yeah, it'll be like watching The Sopranos twice. It'll be like, well, it's better the second time.
Right, exactly. You'll see, oh, that's going to happen. They set that up, you know. Oh, I see. They set that up in episode 100, and they ended up, you know, he did that thing in episode 150.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a real answer to this,
You download all the episodes you're going to listen to, normalize them yourself on Audacity.
Yeah,
it's
there
free
you
software.
go.
Boom.
throw them through a big like limiter compressor thing,
Yeah.
and bounce them out, drag them back in,
Upload them back on.
upload them back into
You're
your
set.
own little Discord server or something. No problem. Done. You could probably
Oh, I
you
got
could
an idea.
just get an assistant,
I got an idea.
get an intern to do it all for you.
Find some high school kid.
Yeah, find some high school kid.
I got an idea.
Yeah.
How about this? Start your own podcast feed, okay?
Yeah.
So that when you're not just doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the people. You find all the podcasts that you like, and you put them and you edit them to make them all the same level. You upload them to this new podcast feed, and people can subscribe to you. Actually, hold on a second. I think I'm coming up with a
Dude,
really
you
good
could call
idea.
it Cole's podcast, sweetened podcast audio.
I think I'm coming up with a really good idea here, which is why isn't there an app or something where people can curate a podcast playlist?
That's a great idea, like a
Maybe
Spotify playlist.
I guess they do this already, right?
Is that a thing?
They probably have.
Aaron,
that.
do
They
you know?
must
Have you heard
that.
of such a thing?
Yeah.
Kind of like on Spotify, where you can like make a mixtape, or like you make a playlist of songs. Can you make a podcast playlist?
Yeah, it's a podcast playlist.
I know you can add you can put shows for up next, for yourself.
But can you share that?
No, I don't think so.
Damn. Oh, see, Idea Factory did it again. Idea Factory.
did it again.
Idea Factory.
It's true though. It's true. That would be a really cool
Because
app.
sometimes people are always like, oh, "Here's a cool podcast. Listen to that." Just send me the the playlist. I'll just listen to your playlist. Like I'm going on a road trip. I want to listen to some like long form.
And people can theme it in different ways. You know, they can.
Yeah,
they
this
can
one's
theme.
about like
This is about
true crime one, and give me like
and it's a bunch
give
of
me the
different
best
ones.
true crimes, and give me the best like
And
relationship
the app-
mysteries or whatever.
And the app, what it does for you, the app automatically normalizes or levels everything out for you. It kind of analyzes all the podcast levels in that playlist, and it will make them all the same volume.
Let's talk to our friends down in Manhattan Beach. You know what I mean, Brent? See, we got something even better. Got something good for you.
That's a really good idea, man.
Oh my
think,
God. Brandon says be less cute. That's his problem. He needs to be less cute. I think he's being cheeky.
He's too cute, or other people are too cute, and he doesn't like that.
He's probably making it about himself, but I think he's being...
Well, let's think of solutions for both options.
Okay, you want to see his thumbnail real quick? He looks like that. He's got kind of a beard with a beanie and, you know, pretty cute, you got to admit.
Sure.
So we'll basically take him out of the Matrix.
Well, I was going to say put him in the Matrix.
Put him in the sewer.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, take him out of the Matrix, I guess.
But like not even out of the Matrix. What's like behind that? It's like the sewer or something?
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, you mean it's
like now we're not looking necessarily bad. We're just looking plain.
You're in the
Matrix,
real world.
We're looking like cool.
Yeah.
We want to go to the other way. We're like uncool, lame. What would that be?
You don't put him in the Matrix. You put him in the Patrix.
The Patrix.
It's the opposite of the Matrix. It makes you look bad.
We can call them Mayshits. Matrix. I don't know.
Well, you know how Matrix and then Patrix, it's, instead of a matriarchy, it's a patriarchy.
Oh, I was not thinking about that. What do you call it?
So the Patrix, okay? And it's basically, it's the opposite of the Matrix. You don't look cool, you look uncool.
How about Brandon? You want to look less cute? Come here. Come talk to me. I'll get out my baseball bat. Make you not look cute. You want to look bad? Come see me. Okay?
That's a pretty kind of a violent idea.
I know. Well, look, I'm just trying to fix this guy's problem.
Wait, you think you're too cute?
You think you're too cute?
You two think you're cute?
Oh, yeah.
I want you to meet a friend of mine.
Yeah, why don't you come see me?
It's called Louisville Slugger. I want you to meet my friend, Louisville Slugger. Hey, Louie, say hi. No, that's what you say. Hey, you think you're too cute? I want you to meet a friend of mine. Hey, Louie, say hi. That's it.
Hey, Louie.
Louie,
right,
get over
right.
here. Hey, Louie, get over here.
Joe says shoelaces that come with a pair of new shoes that aren't at all long enough to tie a normal knot. That's insane. Most shoelaces are way too long. That's my experience.
I feel...
What the heck is that? Sure, sometimes you can buy a longer lace that matches, but sometimes you can't. Plus, that costs an extra $5 or $10 anyway. $10 for a pair of laces. He says, I need a real solution.
Well, I'm still, to be honest, stuck on the cute guy a little bit. I feel I'm not satisfied with that we really gave a great solution to him,
Well, I don't need to stay long on him because he was clearly being...
cheeky.
He was taking the piss, Brent.
But what if his problem is other things being too cute?
So he's not a big priority for me.
What if other things are being too cute?
If other stuff is being too cute?
Yeah. He should invest in a baseball bat.
Yeah, bring Louie.
Become friends with Louie.
Yeah, become friends with Louie. I think there's a Louie right outside that door. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I just thought there could be something more. There's more to explore with the whole cute thing, I think. But
yeah, I mean, look,
all right, let's go back to shoelaces.
I think it's cool to have cute things in the world. We don't want to have less cute things in the world. We should have more cute things in the world. But yeah, it's not about what I think. Again, it's about how to fix his problem. He can put some kind of get some glasses.
I was just gonna say, put some glasses.
Smear some crap on it so everything looks gross.
Smear some Vegemite on it. Yeah. I don't think Vegemite's gross, by the way.
Maybe get hypnotized to think that cute is gross.
Oh,
so then you get nauseous and puke every time you see something cute. You're like, whoa, it's cute.
Well, how about this? What if you just get glasses and tape some shrimps on the lenses? So anything you look at is going to be gross. It's going to look like a shrimp.
That's a good solution.
They could be little baby prawns, so that... Oh, maybe they could be bifocals, so that they're little baby prawns that are on the lower end of the lens.
Or he gets a little matrix glasses with tiny little Reinschirm.
Yeah, you get little matrix glasses. Not only will everything look not cute to you, but you yourself will look, kind of something.
That'd be cool to make I know Tim and Eric made fun of, they always sometimes they would wear these small little glasses because it's funny, like Eric would. And on office hours, we were trying to find people with tiny little glasses, like
John Lennon glasses?
Geddy Lee or something, who would wear tiny little, older rockers. Somehow they start wearing red tinted and blue tinted sunglasses. I don't know why, but a lot of them will be small little round ones,
Yeah.
But be cool to somehow make a pair that is truly a centimeter wide or something. So you're basically only if you look exactly straight, you see this little blue.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're almost like contact lenses.
It's almost like not even having a glasses.
Oh, think about this. Contact lenses with arms or whatever you want to call them,
Mm-hmm.
They're contact lenses.
I've thought about
but
this,
they've got straps on it. They have whatever, they're connected though.
They go here.
Yeah, they're strap-on contact lenses.
You take them off. You go like this, you shade tip, and the whole contact lenses pop out of your eye.
Yeah, imagine doing that. Yeah, you see something that you like the look of,
And you're like, whoa. You're like, wait, I actually can't see now.
Right, exactly.
You gotta pop them back in. That's kind of a cool idea. Imagine making contacts that have a little arm. You can't really blink though.
Oh, I wonder if there are contact lenses that can show an image all the time on them, so that when you do look at something, it is the shrimp. You do see shrimp.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
You're looking at some shrimp.
Or something like that.
It's not even the shrimp, it's the shrimp poop tube.
Yeah, it's just the strips.
Just the strip.
It's just a strip.
The shrimp strips. All right, well look.
Sorry, let's go back to
are you
shoelaces.
kidding me? What shoes come with... First of all, Joe, you could just start wearing slip-ons. Go slip-on, go Crocs. Get into some Crocs, get into some slip-ons, get into some slip-on Vans. Go Velcro.
Or just lace up a little tighter and then make those things longer. If you get...
Dude, buy 3 sizes up, right? And then when you tighten the shoes down, there's going to be extra laces because it's going to... You know what I'm saying? It's going to go in closer around your foot, so then you're gonna have the extra. Just buy a few sizes up. Go clown.
Even if you go regular size, go clown. If you go regular size and you lace up, and you just tie it real tight, you're gonna be able to dunk on anybody. You're gonna feel so light with your shoe. If your shoes are super tight, you're gonna feel like you could jump higher, and you're gonna dunk on people. And believe me, you're gonna feel better about yourself.
I just had a thought. You know how they say when you have big feet, you got a big old dong. What if, clowns? What if they had these big bulb, a giant, because they got the big shoes on?
Yeah.
What if they had a big penis? I'm trying to think of that bird that has that big spoon bill, the spoon, it's shaped kind of like their shoe too.
Yeah.
Not only is it big, but it's also wide.
Oh
wide
yeah.
at
The
end.
penises, and it's got a red kind of ball on the front of it. I don't know, or maybe the
That's
balls.
gross.
Or the balls are red balls.
That'd just be funny if all clowns had giant dongs.
And they're flat looking.
Big flat, giant flat.
They almost look like
big, but it's flat.
They almost kind of look like stingrays or something like that. Or
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Some kind of like a spoonbill. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. They kind of look like
bird?
They look like those. I don't know. There's a kind of shark that looks
I'm
like
thinking
that.
of a duckbill platypus or something.
Some kind of
a hammerhead.
Hammerhead.
And they take their shoes off, and their feet really are that shape. They're like, these aren't just funny shoes. This is what we wear. This is what clowns have to deal with.
That's why do you think I became a clown?
You take the clown shoe off. Imagine a sex scene in a comedy, right? Kind of like, I'm going to get you, sucker, or some kind of absurd Zucker Brothers thing. They take the shoe off. This big, gross, flat, wide foot comes out.
That's gross. That's what you call gross. And it's also gross in the sense of it being big. Gross,
Yeah. So Joe, look, start wearing clown shoes, or get a few sizes up.
Or start getting elephantitis in your feet.
Because look, when you buy shoes, you know when you buy a coffee, you get a small, medium, large. Those are different prices. If you have a small foot, say size 8, it's going to be the shoe is going to be the same price as if it's size 13. That's not fair. So get more shoe for your buck.
That's a good point.
Get a few sizes up.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, why isn't that scaled? Because it's more material.
That's a great point.
Thank you. No one's ever had the bravery to say that. I finally said it.
Yeah, if you want to get the best, say it's a really expensive limited edition shoe, you know, some sort of Air Jordan limited edition type thing, get the biggest size. And then you're getting the most value for this limited edition shoe.
And then the laces won't be a problem. You can also lace it up. Don't lace it up all the way.
I wonder if bigger shoes do cost more money.
I think if you have crazy big feet and you're in a special category, like size Shaq or whatever, but they don't. If you go to the shoe store, it's like you look at the bottom of the shoe, that's the price.
How about this?
Unless you have, special sizes that are special order, like size 13 or above or something.
I got an idea.
What?
What if they made a athletic clown shoe? You know what I mean? So if you're a clown and you're on the run, you can wear these lace up kind of athletic shoes that are
the elephants start stampeding or something. You gotta run.
I didn't mean me on the run like that. I just meant, you're on the go is what I meant.
Right,
but I guess on the run too from the cops too or whatever.
Clowns are on the go.
Or there's you're right, an elephant stampede at the circus or whatever. Sure, but I meant they're just busy. They've got a lot of errands to run. Because the clown shoe is kind of a dress shoe to some degree, but you need something a little more casual. Mm-hmm. Say you want to go for an evening jog.
Like Easy Spirit. Remember Easy Spirits?
Well, I know Pro Spirits. I remember Pro Spirits.
Easy Spirit were these shoes that I used to watch the commercial for growing up, like nonstop. Let me just give you a taste of it. It's women are playing basketball here.
Oh, no, that
looks like a pump feels like
looks like a pump feels like a sneaker. Yeah, of course, I know those.
That's Easy Spirit.
Looks like a pump feels like a sneaker.
A sneaker inside these little pumps.
I absolutely remember that commercial.
This, right? Listen to that.
Spirit, Easy Spirit at Dillard's.
At Dillard's.
I absolutely remember that commercial.
Oh wait, right. In the beginning they say it a few times.
Feels like a sneaker. I know. I remember that song was.
Feels like a sneaker.
That song
is ridiculous.
No, I remember that commercial. I didn't know the name of the brand, but I totally remember the commercial of the women playing basketball with the high heels, and which is such a funny thing, And then, but I remember that song too. It was ingrained into my psyche. Looks like a pump, feels like a sneaker.
And that's a great idea.
Looks like a pump, feels like a sneaker.
Like if I was a woman and I felt like compelled to wear high heels, because that's the norms of the workplace you're in. Wouldn't you want something as comfortable as a sneaker?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to be having some? And if you're on the go and you need to play basketball.
Well, I'm thinking about these clowns though, is if these clowns want to not just feel like a sneaker, but they want to express a more athletic look for their whole, style. They want to have an athletic style. Like imagine, clown outfits. Mm-hmm. Imagine it's a clown outfit, but it's a jumpsuit, a tracksuit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then the shoes are really big, lace up kind of, Nike sneakers or, Air Jordans or something like that. I'm just saying. It doesn't just feel like a pump. I mean, it just doesn't just feel like a sneaker. It looks like a sneaker. It looked like a sneaker, feels like a sneaker.
Yeah. I wonder if clowns are good at hacky sack. Because all that surface area on those shoes,
Right.
They probably have a leg up, no pun intended, Or maybe it was.
They've got a foot up.
They got a foot up.
I love those. I love the commercial about those women. Were the women in bikinis when they were playing the basketball?
They're kind of where's that at?
Oh, we're at an hour, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We hit an hour? They're very, let me see here. No, they're wearing basketball outfits, but their shorts are, it's very revealing in a way.
Okay.
You know? It's kind of funny watching it. It's like they're totally not really playing. They're just people going like this is how you play basketball. Like they're acting like they're acting like what they think basketball is.
The reason I love that commercial is just because it's so absurd and it's just so funny and ridiculous. For some reason in my mind, I remember them wearing bikinis and doing that, you know?
Well, I think there was many commercials of it. Here's another one from '93. Let's see this one. Just want to look at it.
Remember?
This one's a little more mature, but they are playing basketball. It's a little more artistic and slow-mo. And
Do you remember the shoe called Side One?
I think so.
I remember Side One. That was for women. They were supposed to be sneakers for women, Side One.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap this up.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thanks for listening. If you want to keep listening, we're going to keep talking. We're going to keep solving problems on patreon.com/poundcast.
And we'll go down memory lane a little bit too, maybe. Think of some other fun commercials from
Just might. If you are in Appleton, Wisconsin, Chicago, or Louisville, come see us. Well, this probably comes out. By the time this airs, tonight we're in Chicago. So come out, figure out how to get there, go.
But hey, if you're on Patreon though, then the shows are Appleton is tomorrow.
Right.
Okay? Chicago is day after tomorrow, and Louisville is on Saturday. So you get your butts over there, huh? If you didn't buy a ticket, you better walk up.
Walk up, pull up.
You better walk up, and you better walk up in your easy spirits.
Put on those easy spirits.
Put on those easy spirits and wipe up.
Wipe up.
Put on those easy spirits. Put on your Pro Wings.
Put on your British Knights.
Put on your BK Knights.
Go. See you there.
You ever have a pair of British Knights?
I think I might have had a black and white pair.
I think I might have too.
I think I might have had a pair.
We'll talk more about that in After Dark.
Real quick, thanks to our Poundcast team, Jack Birch, El Bircho on Instagram, Jackie Montana, and, of course, Chloe Bonilla. Thank you for helping us make the show.
Thank you, team.
Thank you to all the Patreon members who get to keep listening, because we're going to talk about car keys in a second.
Oh,
so
boy.
If you're not there, no big deal. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Doug and Brent, talking to each other. Doug and Brent, what will they talk about today? Doug and Brent are talking to some pimples. Doug and Brent will talk to their friends. And Doug and Brent talking on the Poundcast.